The ruling Hamas militant group in the Gaza Strip carried out an unprecedented attack on Israel at daybreak Saturday, firing thousands of rockets as dozens of fighters infiltrated the heavily fortified border in several locations by air, land and sea, catching the country off guard on a major holiday. Several hours after the invasion began, Hamas militants were still fighting gun battles inside several Israeli communities in a surprising show of strength that shook the country. Israel's National Rescue Service said at least 40 people have been killed and hundreds wounded, making it the deadliest attack in Israel in years. At least 561 wounded people were being treated in Israeli hospitals, including at least 77 who were in critical condition, according to an Associated Press count based on public statements and calls to hospitals. There was no official comment on casualties in Gaza, but AP reporters witnessed the funerals of 15 people who were killed and saw another 8 bodies arrive at a local hospital. It was not immediately clear if they were fighters or civilians. Social media was replete with videos of Hamas fighters parading what appeared to be stolen Israeli military vehicles through the streets and at least one dead Israeli soldier within Gaza being dragged and trampled by an angry crowd of Palestinians shouting, "God is greatest." Videos released by Hamas appeared to show at least 3 Israelis captured alive. The military declined to give details about casualties or kidnappings as it continued to battle the infiltrators. "We are at war," Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said in a televised address, declaring a mass army mobilization. "Not an operation, not a round, but at war. The enemy will pay an unprecedented price," he added, promising that Israel would return fire of a magnitude that the enemy has not known. At a meeting of top security officials later on Saturday, Netanyahu said the first priority was to cleanse the area of enemy infiltrators, then to exact a huge price from the enemy, and to fortify other areas so that no other militant groups join the war. The serious invasion on Simchat Torah, a normally joyous day when Jews complete the annual cycle of reading the Torah scroll, revived painful memories of the 1973 Mideast War practically 50 years to the day, in which Israel's enemies launched a surprise attack on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish calendar. Campaigned on more aggressive action against threats from Gaza. Political commentators lambasted the government over its failure to anticipate what appeared to be a Hamas attack unseen in its level of planning and coordination. The Israeli military struck targets in Gaza in response for some 2,500 rockets that sent air raid sirens wailing constantly as far north as Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, some 80 kilometers, 50 miles, away. It said its forces were engaged in gunfights with Hamas militants who had infiltrated Israel in at least 7 locations. The fighters had sneaked across the separation fence and even invaded Israel through the air with paragliders, the army said.